And welcome to this edition of ACAP Today for the week of September 14th, 2020. I'm Jason Parent with the Aroostook County Action Program. On today's program, our feature interview will look at workforce development initiatives across Aroostook County. Last week, we told you about some courses that are being offered virtually as a partnership amongst all workforce providers across the state of Maine. We're going to go in detail on those workshops. Plus, we're going to talk about a new national emergency grant and hear about WIOA adult and youth services in Aroostook County. But before we do that, we are going to begin, as we always do, sharing the news and information that you can use for this week of September 14th. And we want to begin there by reminding you all that our offices are closed to the public for the foreseeable future, for the next few weeks anyway. We do offer curbside assistance in Presque Isle and Houlton in particular. We encourage you to call ahead at 764-3721. We are open by appointment, and we will see individuals inside of our facilities in Presque Isle and in Houlton by appointment at this point. We will have some new signage going up in the next couple of weeks with further instructions about the potential future opening of our lobbies at those two facilities in Presque Isle and Houlton for walk-ins, but we will have more instruction for you on that in the coming weeks. We want to congratulate our prevention and wellness team over the past weekend and community partners on a job well done on the Impact event that was held at the Nordic Heritage Center on a beautiful sunny Saturday afternoon. It was a great event and youth had a good time while learning about healthy behaviors. So thank you to our prevention and wellness teams. We also want to congratulate our coaches and educators and the team at our Houlton Center on a great whole family event at the ACAP Houlton Center a couple of weeks ago. Featuring United States Senator Susan Collins, House Assistant Minority Leader Representative Trey Stewart, as well as Elaine Zimmerman from the Office of Child and Family Services Region 1 out of Boston. It was a great event and an opportunity for our families to tell the elected officials and appointed officials what's working and what could go better as it relates to our whole family approach. We want to also congratulate Paul and Betty Taggett of Limestone on their brand new mobile home. We celebrated this a couple of weeks ago as well, and a story was aired last week on WAGM if you hadn't had a chance to see it. It's a wonderful story and tells the impact that the new mobile home that we were able to replace an older model I should say, is very much helping this family as they head into the next winter season. We also want to thank our partners who participated in the free clothing event at 771 Main Street over the past week. We had hundreds of individuals who stopped by to access clothing for a start of a new school year. We will have more information on where clothing might be available moving forward in the future on a future edition of ACAP Today. In the meantime, we are continuing with the Community Coats Project. All of the clothing has been removed from the front of the building with the exception of the one rack, which is offering free coats, I should say, to individuals who are in need as the temperatures drop for the winter season. However, if you have outgrown your coat or have an unwanted coat or maybe even want to purchase a new coat to help others at this time of year, please do consider dropping off your new and gently used coats at the coat rack outside of our 771 Main Street Presque Isle facility. The clothing rack is available for need for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Other winter necessity items can also be left there as well. Hats, scarves, mittens, boots are also acceptable. The Home Energy Assistance Program would like to announce that they are offering all of their appointments over the phone unless customers would otherwise like to come and schedule an appointment to be physically present at a building. We are, in so doing, taking information over the phone and mailing the necessary paperwork that needs to be completed. We are available at our offices to photocopy proof documentation. Please do come over to the offices and just ring the doorbell and we'll go out to you and get the paperwork and photocopied as well. But if you have any questions about your HEAP appointment, please do call us at 764-3721. Otherwise, please be by the phone at the appointed time that the information that was sent to you in the mail indicated your appointment would be held. It's very important that you are available to take the call at that time as there's another appointment right after yours. The COVID-19 rental relief program, the new version of that provides up to $1,000 a month for 3 months continues in partnership with Maine Housing and the community action agencies across the state. If you are having difficulty paying your rent and have not already accessed 3 months worth of benefit from the program, and if that difficulty is because of changes in your household income due to COVID-19, please do give us a call. You can also go online at mainehousing.org and look for the COVID rental relief program and complete an application online. If you are unable to access the application for any reason or would prefer to be assisted in that process, we will assist you by calling us at 764-3721. If you are in need of assistance and not quite sure where to turn, we do have navigators standing by and available to assist you. The navigators will help connect you with not only programs within our agency, but other programs in the community that you might be eligible for. So if you are experiencing hardship at this time as a result of the pandemic or for any other reason, please do call us and our navigators can connect you with available services. We also are, as a team, reminding individuals to please mask up as you head out into the public. We are doing so in our facilities anytime we're outside of our immediate workspace, and we encourage you all to do that as you head out into community stores, restaurants, or other facilities where you cannot socially distance at 6 feet. In our health news segment, our community partners at Northern Light A.R. Gould are beginning their free adult drive-through flu shot clinics. They will be in Mars Hill on October 8th, Caribou on the 10th, Fort Fairfield also on the 10th, and do clinics in Presque Isle on the 17th and 31st. If you have any questions on these drive-up flu shot clinics, please do reach out to Northern Light A.R. Gould Hospital. They will be happy to share any information with you on that. These are free flu vaccines that will be offered for adults. Children's pediatric clinic will be held in Presque Isle at another time there indicated on your screen. We also in health news, the Women, Infant, and Children's program has been relocated for its main office facility to 771 Main Street. However, they are seeing customers again at all of the facilities that they were prior to. There are some different opportunities as a result of COVID, particularly in Presque Isle and in Holton, where clients can be visiting outside the window with their WIC staff. We do realize it is getting a little chilly out there, and we are working on how we will see WIC customers moving forward inside of our facilities, and have news for you on that shortly. Our partners at the Northern Lighthouse are still accepting referrals, and they have immediate openings and no wait list. And as a result of telehealth, they are able to do that for individuals anywhere in the state of Maine. So if you or someone you know in any part of the state of Maine is in need of assistance in coping at this very difficult time, please do contact the Northern Lighthouse for their services. Quitting smoking or tobacco products is something that ACAP has done for a number of years, or helped community members do for a number of years. In these challenging times, many individuals are considering quitting smoking, and we certainly encourage you to do that. And if you need help in doing so, Elaine Sipe is available, and she can offer services completely remotely, can even meet with you in your driveway if you'd like. Please give Elaine a call at 554-4151 or email her at the address on your screen if you would like information or assistance in quitting tobacco products. We also are offering health insurance marketplace navigation. That typically is especially busy during the open enrollment period toward the end of the year. But if your employment has been impacted such that your health insurance has been impacted and you want to look at what options might be available for you, please do contact us here and we'll connect you with Stan Targonski, who is our marketplace navigator. A reminder that our Hope and Prosperity Resource Center, formerly at 771 Main Street before the pandemic, has been now relocated to 975 Skyway Drive at the FedEx building in Presque Isle. If you or someone you know is experiencing homelessness or housing insecurity, this is a great place to go during the day. We have coaches that work in the facility with individuals and can assist you in the search for housing, employment, and other services. And we'd be happy to welcome you at the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center anytime between 8 and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. The HomeWorks Homebuyer Education, a course, was held just this past weekend. There were 16 participants taking part completely remotely in that course. We do have 2 other courses coming up this fall, one on October 10th and one on November 14th. There is available space in both of those classes. If you would like more information or to register for those classes, please contact Greg Doak at the information on your screen. There are several worthwhile incentives to participate that help you with the purchase of your home and help take some of the cost off of the purchase of your future home. So please do consider this as an opportunity. With record low mortgage rates at this time, it's a great time to consider becoming a homeowner. And that takes us now to our topic of the day, and I'm pleased to welcome to the program, first of all, Kathy Williams, who's a repeat guest here on ACAP Today. Kathy is a supervisor in our workforce development team. Kathy, welcome back to ACAP Today.
Thanks for having us, Jason.
Great. And Kathy today is joined by Sophia Kraus, who is a youth career counselor here at ACAP. Sophia, welcome to your maiden voyage on ACAP Today. Oops, you're still muted.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. All right. And Megan O'Berry, she is a career counselor working on the National Emergency Grant. It's a healthcare related grant around the opioid epidemic, and we're going to hear a lot more about that, but I want to welcome you first, Megan.
Thank you, Jason.
And Megan works very closely with Gino McLaughlin, who is a peer connector also working on that grant. Gino, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Jason.
So Kathy, let's begin with you. We talked last week and we shared with our audience about the collaboration that's happening with Maine's workforce providers across the state. And the last time we had you on the program, we talked about workshops that ACAP and EMDC were both offering in their respective regions. But really, when we're offering classes virtually, there's no regional boundaries, are there?
There are not, and so some of our agencies that do the same thing that we do in the state, we came together and decided that offering these workshops virtually provided us with the opportunity to share the deed in providing these workshops. So ACAP, along with EMDC and Workforce Solutions, decided to get together and put together a set of workshops that we know that our customers need, and deliver them by each agency taking on different ones and providing them virtually. And so anybody anywhere in the state of Maine, or even not in the state of Maine, can join. We've put out a calendar throughout December. It is on the Career Center webpage. It is on ACAP's webpage. It is on EMDC. Everybody is advertising it. So all people have to do is actually click on the link and register for a class. It's free. We have a variety. We have one it's a very informational one about what services workforce development provides. We do interviewing workshops, resume workshops, how to prepare for employment. There's one specifically there for people doing job searches that have criminal histories and get a little frustrated because they can't seem to find employment. So this workshop will help them with some ideas on how to get around some of the issues they have in their background.
And these are completely free, correct, Kathy?
Completely free. Yeah, if you have access. And if you don't have access and you're in our area, certainly contact us. We can get you set up either here in a library somewhere where you can actually get online and view the workshops.
What has it been like bringing together the collaborative partnership that works across the state on workforce development? And what do you think that impact will have moving forward?
So it's really quite exciting to know that there are other people that are doing the same thing that you're doing. And so you get a lot of feedback, what's going well, what's not going well. And moving forward, I think the benefit is that you don't have 5 people every week doing the same thing. One person's doing it, and it gives those other folks time to do other things in their job, but it's very important in our workforce development. So I think that I think it's going to work well. I know that when we tried to do the workshops ourselves, just here in Aroostook County, we didn't have great turnout. So it's hard to do workshops if you're not getting feedback from customers. So the more people that you have in a workshop like that or an event like that, they can feed off of the other folks and they can get great ideas from other people. So I'm hoping that this being, statewide and people joining from other areas is going to help.
All right, well, let's transition now to the actual, what they call the Workforce Investment Opportunity Act, which is under which these workshops are being offered. But folks out in the community, we want folks to really know about the programs. And Kathy, there are two programs. I want you to talk about the adult program, because I know you work with your colleagues, Stan Targonski here in the central Aroostook area, but covering all of Aroostook County, and Mary Duff, who works out of our southern Aroostook office, about the adult program. And then we're going to talk with Sophia about the youth program.
Okay, so in the WIOA, which stands for Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, we have two adult programs, and you have to be 18 years old to qualify for them. So we have an adult program and we have a dislocated worker program. Both programs work simultaneously together. They do the same things. Our basic goal is to help you either find employment, which is our basic goal, is to help you find sustainable employment, whether that be from just doing a job search or whether it be from training and education. So we have training dollars that can help you if you're looking at going back to school and retraining, whether it be short-term or an associate's degree in some program, whether it be nursing or computers or anything like that. We also have some programs that are called work experience programs. So for people that have not worked in the past or haven't worked in a very long time and need a little help getting back into the workforce, maybe they just need somebody that can vouch for them. So putting them on a work experience with a business that will teach them, and it might be just the soft skills of getting back into work, and it might be a program where they're learning occupational skills or skills such as carpentry or anything, whatever they're interested in. So that work experience program is that they actually are an employee of ACAP, and we pay a business. We pay the person to go to work at a business. So the business is gaining somebody that they can train, and hopefully at the end of the work experience, they may be able to hire them. We do an on-the-job training, which is similar too, except with that, the employer hires the people first, and then we reimburse an employer 50% of the wage while they're training the person for the job that they've hired them for. They're both pretty good programs. Again, it's the adult program and a dislocated worker program.
And Kathy, they really do, the programs really do work to set the individual up for success. On the slide we were just sharing, it talks about individuals being able to qualify for additional help with things like childcare and transportation. So you really try to take the obstacles of achieving success out of the way.
Certainly. So there are a lot of supports that people need while they're either in training or looking for employment, and because they don't have jobs, they can't afford the additional supports of childcare and travel, and maybe they need some clothes to go to work. So those things are built into both our programs. Yes.
Now, Sophia, it's certainly recognized that there are different challenges for youth at trying to get into the workforce and be gainfully employed, and some of them are obviously focused on schoolwork because the age category you cover is 16 to 24. So talk a little bit about the youth program and how that's specifically geared toward youth in the region.
All right, so like Jason said, for the youth program, it's ages 16 to 24. We can help with a lot of the same stuff that Kathy can help with in the adult program. We can help I'm kind of a guide. So if you need help applying for college, I can help you apply for college. We have funding that can pay for your college. If you want to do the CNA training, we pay for CNA training. We have support services that we offer, like Kathy said. If you don't have the money to purchase your CNA uniforms, we provide those services to help you be able to do that. We can do work experience with you. If you're interested in doing carpentry, we can talk to a business and say, hey, we will pay for this person to work for you. So it's free working for you, but we're paying them and they're getting the work experience they need to see if they really want to do that job or not. With schooling, we help kids go to school. If you need help applying for college, I will go through the steps. I'll help you do the financial aid. I'll help you fill out your application and then go from there and see if financial aid can't help you, then we can help you, of course. And if you need childcare while doing school or CNA training, we can offer helping pay for some of that while you're in the training, of course. And there's really a lot of opportunities for us to help you with. And I feel like a lot of young adults don't take advantage of it, but it's a great program.
That's absolutely my next question is if I'm a parent out here listening to this and think, gosh, my young adult could really benefit from this program, or if I'm the young adult myself and I'm saying, gosh, this is what I need help with. Where do I turn? How do I get that process started? And then how do I determine, or how is it determined if I qualify to participate in the program?
So basically you would call me, we would set up a meeting. I would have you probably start a main job link account so that we work through main job link, and then we'd go through and see if you're an in-school youth or an out-of-school youth and just touch down to see how you qualify, whether being low income, if you're a high school dropout, or if you just really just want help finding a job. Even if you don't qualify, I could help you look for a job.
And Sophia, are there different pathways in that? Like if the youth hasn't completed high school, can you help them complete the equivalency and then college, or other opportunities to help connect them directly with work? Is it just a wide open opportunity and the customer helps drive that?
Yes, we work very closely with adult eds. So if there's a young adult who has not completed their high school diploma, we could contact adult ed and get them information on how to sign up, when classes are. Great. And then once they're done their adult ed, if they want to go to school, we can work on that. If they want to work, we could do a work experience to see what they really enjoy doing. It's all about them, basically.
And best way to contact you just right here through ACAP?
Yep.
Perfect. All right, let's talk now about the next opportunity for Aroostook County community members, and this is a relatively new one. It's a National Health Emergency Dislocated Worker Program, and it centers around the opioid crisis that we've seen in communities across the country and certainly realized here in Aroostook County. Megan O'Berry and Gino McLaughlin work directly on that program, and so Megan, let me begin with you by sharing with us what is this National Emergency Grant and how is it helping people here in Aroostook County?
So it's a fairly new grant, and essentially what it is doing is there are two pathways. The first would be if you have been affected, whether directly or indirectly, by opioid use. Indirectly, that could be a friend, family member has used opiates and it has impacted you in some way. The secondary pathway would be if you have an interest in pursuing a career in a field that combats or prevents opiate use. And what we are able to do is assist those if they qualify to seeking out meaningful, sustainable employment. Much as Kathy and Sophia spoke about, we're able to help find employment. We're able to help with trainings, classes that those individuals may be interested in, several support services in order to reduce the barriers to employment or training. So yeah, there's quite a few different opportunities that we can help these individuals with.
Megan, are you finding early success? It is early on in this grant cycle, but there's obviously a need, a demand out there. And are you seeing that and able to help meet that demand right now?
Yes, we've had over a dozen participants already, and we're only just 2 months in. We've got half of those individuals either enrolled in work experiences or getting ready to be enrolled in work experiences. Others have started trainings or getting ready to start training. So we've seen a tremendous response to it, both from individuals seeking help from the grant, and employers who are also looking for employees and want to be a part of this effort.
Great to hear that there's been a receptive community, both in terms of participants and in business. Talk about your role and what parts of the piece that you do, and then we'll go to Gino and hear what his work is around this grant.
So my biggest role here is I will help them get enrolled into the program, determine some of their eligibility. That's done in tandem with Gino. And then I will assist them in setting up a work experience or potentially going straight to work if we find an opportunity that works for them, getting set up for school, and helping them with the support services.
Great. Now, Gino, your role as it works, Megan alluded to some of what you do, but talk about what you do and how you do it, because you're often on the road and in facilities that are not necessarily ACAP facilities, as I've learned.
Yes, so I'm a person in long-term recovery, and my job is a peer connector. And what I do is I meet these people often in recovery centers in different places across the county. I travel to meet anyone, kind of make an initial assessment and meet them where they're at. And we pick some short-term goals and long-term goals for them to find sustainable employment and long-term recovery. You know, Megan does the employment piece, and I kind of work with them throughout that whole time to make sure that they maintain recovery and meet the goals that they want.
Gino, obviously that's something that is very important to you, and you can certainly, you're able to work with individuals in recovery from a first person perspective. What has been the response to the work that you've been doing and the contacts and connections that you've been making by the individuals you're serving?
People are just extremely grateful. I think, you know, just to have some sort of service. When I meet with them, they're just grateful that somebody even cares and that there's an organization out there willing to help them. I think oftentimes people are missed, and we have these wonderful services that people don't know about. And with my experience, I can connect them to, you know, our programs and community partners. And I think just knowing that someone cares and wants what's best for them has been great for people.
Megan, does the process of helping someone who is in recovery and has gone through a challenging period in their life connect with employment, and Gino, the same question for you, does it help them actually stay, I imagine, in recovery and maintain that recovery, because it provides them with hope and with purpose, correct?
Yeah, yes, that's what we've seen so far, and most of our individuals that we're working with have expressed that very early on, that they really just want to go back to work, and they have wonderful goals, you know, that they're trying to reach towards. They've worked so hard to get to where they are in their recovery, and so the fact that we have the opportunity to help them meet the next step in their goal is extremely rewarding. I don't want to speak for Gino, but I think he agrees with me in our role. But yes, they've all expressed that sense of purpose is so important to them and means so much to them.
Gino, you seeing that as well?
Yeah, I feel like these people struggle and they work so hard to find recovery, and then once they've gotten into that initial recovery, they meet all these barriers of where do I start next? You know, how do I become financially independent? Can I go back to school? And oftentimes these barriers of criminal records and different things make them feel hopeless. And we can meet them and say, hey, you know, not only have I been through that myself and this is where I'm at, but we have all these wonderful programs that can help support you through that. And when we give them that hope, that can help them maintain long-term recovery, and really to see that light come on for somebody is what this job is all about. So,
and Gino, are you seeing that in terms of like in your case, in your experience, you're helping others whose footsteps, you know, you've walked in those shoes. Are you seeing in the case of this national emergency grant that dual purpose, where individuals who are in recovery are also seeking careers to help others who are in recovery?
Yeah, a majority of the time, anytime somebody comes into recovery, that's what they want to do. They want to turn around and help other people, because it's such a such a difficult thing when you are able to get through it. They honestly make the best helpers when they turn around and work in the field. And there's so many new opportunities now with peer coaching and different opportunities as counselors. So I think it's really great that not only can we help them, but they turn around and help other people.
Excellent. Kathy Williams, will as we're winding down our time together, I want to touch base with you because you've been with our workforce development team for a number of years and you've seen shifts in the local Aroostook County economy and changes. There have been other national emergency grants that this agency has worked on in the past. And I probably saw your greatest shift in the economy in mid-March. I mean, an economy turning on a dime like it did. How are things in workforce in Aroostook County, and are these services that we're providing more important than ever?
So, you know, with the whole COVID and things changing, I think that I think that the services that we provide are more important today than probably they ever were. People, you know, have lost their jobs, and so now they're looking at, you know, what am I going to do? And maybe the jobs aren't there for them to go back to. So, you know, retraining is probably a bigger option. You know, they might have thought about it before, but now they're really thinking twice and saying, you know, I really need to do this so that I can find employment and be sustainable. We're here to help anybody and everybody meet their goals, whether it be training, education, just employment. And I think that the market's coming back now. I think that I'm hoping that we're past the biggest part of the whole COVID. And employers are always crying and saying we need employees. So our goal is to help find those employees, and get them back to work, and whatever it takes to get them there and help them. We're here to support them with that and make sure that it's really what they want. We don't want to set anybody up for failure. We're all about meeting their goals and making sure that they get what they need.
Great.
That's what we're here for.
Last check-in with some of our other panelists. Sophia Kraus, is there anything about the youth program that you wanted to share with folks that we did not cover today?
I think we pretty much covered everything.
Great. Megan and Gino, anything about the National Emergency Grant that you wanted to make sure people knew about that we didn't talk about?
No, just that if somebody is interested or knows someone that would be interested, they can certainly call me directly at 554-4154.
Great. Anything, Gino?
Just what Megan said, if anybody has a loved one or they're struggling, please feel free to reach out and we'll help anybody that we can.
All right. And any last words, Kathy Williams?
Again, there are so many things in all of our programs that make people eligible. So I don't want anybody to think that they're not eligible and they wouldn't fit in. Please give us a call and we will go through it with you and find out if you're eligible. Just because you think you might not qualify, you might. And give us a try. We're here to help you.
That's a great place to leave it, Kathy, because my next piece of information that I want to share with folks is whether it's related to workforce development or any of the other services that ACAP offers, or even if you're not sure what services you might need, our team can help you be informed on that and connect you with those services. Please do reach out to us. The phone number and the general email address are there on your screen. You can check us out on Facebook as well. We're regularly posting updates there on different programs and services that we provide. You can search for us on YouTube to hear about other programs, including workforce development, on past editions of ACAP Today and some other instructional videos from some of our education and prevention staff. And of course, on our new website, acap-me.org, all of the information is available there to help get you started. And lastly, we end, as we do each week, with our snapshot of the week. This is the team at Wintergreen Arts Center's Creative Preschool Under the Willow Tree, which just recently registered as a 5210 Let's Go site. They are at their brand new facility in the Aroostook Center Mall, where they're serving children and adults community-wide. And we congratulate them on their new facility and on joining us as a 5210 registered Let's Go site. If you'd like more information on the 5210 Let's Go program, you can reach out to us and we'll put you in contact with Renee Bragdon. It's a great program that encourages young people to get physically active and eat healthy foods. So great opportunity and great partnership program there between ACAP's 5210 Let's Go program and the Wintergreen Arts Center. On behalf of our workforce development team and our entire ACAP team, thank you for joining us for this webisode of ACAP Today. We'll be back next week with another edition, and we'll see you then. Thanks so much. Bye.